Greetings. It's your buddy, your friend, your pal, your teacher, your ace, and your guide, ABW. Want to talk about the dreaded friend zone and why it's a myth. There is no such thing as a friend zone. It's a myth. It doesn't exist. All right, so I'm gonna dive straight into it. I don't think I have any talking points to this. It's just I've seen, I don't know, for some reason lately, the different questions, different questions, different concerns, different issues seem to come along in bunches and in seasons, right? So a lot of people have been talking, and I've always known about the friend zone, but it's really a concept that kind of flew over my head, and I don't know if that's naivety or just not trying to be braggadocio, but if it's just not something that's been a part of my experience. But I've heard about it, TV shows, movies, about the friend zone. But this is really a true concern among guys, and it's baffling to me. Well, I'm just gonna say, if you're the person who would even put yourself, if you're the person who would even put yourself in that box, in that category, would ever even acknowledge a zone. There are no zones. But if you would acknowledge something, that is your existence, that is your reality, that you are in a friend zone with a female, that's a problem right there. So you deserve to be in whatever you want to call it, a friend zone. Because it's imaginary. It doesn't exist. If you've governed yourself in a manner that that dictates to where you're being a friend to her is the best position you can be. Now, a lot of times, guys who call themselves in a friend zone with a female really aren't even a female's friend. You're an acquaintance. If you were really a true friend to her, if she considered you a friend, you'd be in the best position of all. And I don't want to make that any type of sexual reference. No, I'm being serious when I say you're in a good position if she could truly call you a friend. Most of the time, you're not really a true friend to her. You're not exhibiting any qualities to warrant you being a friend. If your intentions and your energy off the bat is all wrong with her, if it's if there's an air of desperation in your energy, in your pursuit of her, if there's no genuineness, if there's slumbag sleaziness coming forth, if there is any type of discernible threat to whatever she has going on, her comfort level, to her safety, to her well-being, best believe, other than that, you might have some qualities. You'd have to observe, maybe pay attention to these so-called boxes that you're putting yourself in, as opposed to the habits and the behaviors that you're displaying. Again, don't be so quick to put yourself in a box. Pay attention and be aware and be fine-tuning your behavior and your habits towards her, in her presence. Text messaging, any type of interaction you're having with her. What are you doing to attract her? What are you doing to repel her? What are you doing to keep her in complete stasis? Meaning she's lukewarm. And that's really, I guess that's really where it boils down to. That's the definition of the friend zone. You're not really a friend. If you were a friend, you'd have potential access. If the timing is right, if everything else is in order. But we'll talk about that another time. But really, she's lukewarm to you if you call yourself in a friend zone. And she's probably lukewarm to you because you are the type of guy who would even acknowledge and would even put yourself in that box, saying that you are in the friend zone. Hashtag no boxes. The only zone you should be worried about the only zone you should be worried about is the zone that you create for yourself. That a woman is worthy of being, she's worthy of being inside of. That might sound cocky, it might sound arrogant, but that's the way you have to approach it. I mean, and then there is such thing as reality, being realistic. Yes, there might be a female that is lukewarm to you, and there is foreseeably nothing that you can do about it, or it's just not the right timing, and it's just, it's just not going your way. It's just not going your way. It's just not working in your favor with this female. That happens. Happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. It will happen. It will continue to happen as long as you deal with women. But for God's sakes, don't call it or call yourself being in the friend zone, because everything after that, every behavior and every habit and every type of interaction and energy that she gives you and that you put off will precipitate and will scream friend zone. That's where you don't want to be. You don't want to be lukewarm. Ignite some type of, again, you have to be aware of that. A woman is lukewarm to you because you're not igniting any type of sense in her, any type of her. You're not stimulating any of her senses in any profound way, in any way that has been different than before. That's the reason why you're not creating any type of spark. Some type of spark is where you want to be at all times. If there's even a glimmer of a spark, and if there's not any glimmer of a spark, create one or move on. If you're not able to be successful in that capacity, it just happens. And that is the definition of this so-called friend zone, if you're not able to create that spark. Okay, so that's all I have to say. I just wanted to be real brief on that and just bust the idea of the friend zone myth. Again, please leave me comments. I appreciate it. Subscribe. I appreciate it. God bless. Sayonara. Hitachi Shabashi Toshiba.